It up today, March 7th, 2021, coming at you for the live stream, Season 10, Episode 18. We'll talk about 17, of course, and we'll talk about all of Season 10C, maybe Season 11 a little bit, comic stuff, Fear the Walking Dead news, general Walking Dead stuff, discussions, answer your questions, Q&A as always. So let's just wait for this to connect up a little bit. There's always a little delay with it. Wait for people to join and everything. Let's get situated and have hopefully a nice fun hour to talk about The Walking Dead live stream coming at you. We should have a good thing there. And all right, guys, so 30 seconds in. So we got today, March 7th, 2021. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. People are going to ask a lot of questions and do that, so that's good. Try not to spam a bunch of questions. You know, people be doing that, so there too. So Negan1 says, good morning, Bri. I got the magnets. Thank you for that, Negan1. I appreciate the thought, the purchase, and hopefully they came in good shape. I know some people, a lot of the magnets came in really good shape, the people that bought them, and one of them, the magnet came off. So I don't know what was going on with the post office, but hopefully Negan1, hopefully your magnets came in good shape and you like them and enjoy them, and thank you. I truly appreciate it too. Junior Lopez says, how you doing, bro? I'm doing okay. Hopefully you're doing okay as well, Junior, Jeannie, Mark, Lindsay. Talking about The Walking Dead, of course. We watched a couple different movies yesterday, and we're making it. Today's March 7th, 2021, so I don't know what's happening here with the connection. But yeah, it's turning on my face here with the circles. Hopefully you guys can see me, but I don't know. It's one of those days. But hopefully you guys are doing okay. It's still 2021, March 7th. So we're coming up on Season 10, Episode 18 of The Walking Dead. It came out on Thursday for AMC Plus members. So I think that's when it's going to drop every week. And I see a lot of people asking questions in different chats and groups on Facebook, and they say, when's The Walking Dead coming on? When's it on? It's on. It's already on there too. So it's still a little, I guess, loss in communication, translation for some people. But The Walking Dead is on Thursdays for AMC Plus and Premier members. Hopefully the video and everything's going here. It's spinning on my face, so I don't know. It's definitely YouTube because my connection is pretty good upload speed. I see right there. Yep. So we'll hopefully have it. If the video is not good, the audio is okay. So I apologize for that. It's not me, but I gotta apologize because it's my stream. But The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 18 has a lot of people divided in the episode. It's not the best episode. It's more of a bottle episode with Daryl. You see more of his backstory, what he was doing over the years. So hopefully the Daryl fans will enjoy it. But overall, it's a Walking Dead episode, right? So it's one of those things where The Walking Dead is on TV, and we easily could not have it. And I don't know why it says, it's definitely YouTube's messing up here, but it's kind of throwing me off. But it's one of those things where I enjoyed the episode, and I asked the question in the thumbnail, is it the worst episode of The Walking Dead? And if you watch the video, you know that I don't feel that way. I'm just asking the question about it, right? Because, people will get it twisted, and they'll be like, dude, why do you think it's the worst? I was like, I don't think it's the worst. I think it's a good episode, but I see a lot of people putting it down. And it's not the best episode for action. It's more story driven with Daryl. It jumps around a little bit, and we'll break it down and talk about it a little bit here. But later on tonight, I'm going to post my review, recap, breakdown, and discussion video, probably after the episode airs or, during it airs 9, 10 o'clock at night, just because I could post it already. But I still like the fact posting it on Sundays because a lot of people in here probably watch the episode. Some people watch it tonight. Some people watch it tomorrow. Like, I talked to my dad yesterday or 2 days ago, and he's like, did you watch the episode already? I was like, yeah. He's like, did they have, is it the thing with Eugene? I want to know what's going on with those people. I was like, nah, not yet. That's going to be a couple episodes away. That's the Season 10, Episode 20, I believe. And he's like, oh, man, I want to know what's up with those people and those things because my dad doesn't read the comics and he doesn't really know much like that besides watching the show or talking to me or asking him there too. And I don't tell him stuff unless he wants to know. So he's like, he's still wondering about Eugene's stuff and the Commonwealth and everything too. So he's going to be disappointed because I told him that it's a Daryl episode and it's this, but he'll still like it. He'll watch it. He likes all the episodes and he's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He always hits me with I watched The Walking Dead. Pause, 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 like dramatic pause. Like, I don't know what he's doing it for, but he watches it, then we talk about it, and sometimes he watches it during the week, and he tapes it. He says, I taped it. So he DVR'd it, so he recorded it and have it ready to go on there too. So Jonathan Wilder, my guy, Q&A, do you think Daryl and Carol will get a haircut for the spinoff series? I don't know, right? I don't know what's going to happen with the Daryl and Carol spinoff series. I know that this may have been a big setup for that show. Daryl and Carol are highlighted in this episode. We meet a newcomer, Leah, and I think that she's going to be a character that we can meet there too. So what's up, Winterfell26, Wilson, my subscribers, my members, my patrons, my moderators. Thank you guys. I truly appreciate it and being a part of it on there too. So I hope I don't think Daryl's ever going to get a haircut besides like a little trim here and there, because Daryl's got that signature look, right? He's not going to get a buzz cut and do that. I think that's the Daryl look that people like. Carol may get a little haircut. You'll see different hairstyles in Carol this episode because of the different time jumps and there and there. And there's a lot of time jumps. I mean, it's like 5 years ago, a year later, 6 months later, 3 months later, 10 months later, boom later, this later, that later. It's like they jump around a lot, and it doesn't really impact the story that much, but it comes up on screen a lot. So the Daryl and Carol spinoff has a lot of people wondering, and to be honest, I don't know why they told people about it. And I don't ever think I will understand why they told people about it so early before The Walking Dead even started filming the final season, right? So, right? And, you know, like Adam right here, he wrote, this episode was trash, right? And I'm not going to put Adam down. I respect his decision. He says a lot of he has differences of opinion with me in the channel and the videos a lot. And that's okay. I don't, I'm not going to hate Adam because he doesn't agree with me. You're out of here. Banned. Block him. No. The haters will say that I do that, but I don't. But Adam, please elaborate. And I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking. I guess my New Jersey Northeast style means I'm attacking, and I can't do that. I'm just asking. Adam, please elaborate why you think this episode was trash. Just because I didn't think it was trash, but I could see why people think that. I love Dog. I love the idea of Dog. We see Puppy Dog. He connects the dots with Leah and Daryl. And I like the banter back and forth with Daryl and Carol. It's just like, I think that's what the show's going to be. And I don't think we're going to get 16 episodes a season. I think it was going to be more of like The World Beyond. Like it's going to be 10 episodes a season, right? So I know the idea that people are going to I don't know. Are people going to watch The World Beyond? Are people going to watch the Daryl and Carol spinoff? Like everybody? People are like, I'll check it out. And if the first 2 episodes or first probably 10 minutes, if it's not entertaining, people are like, done, stupid, I'm out, Walking Dead's over, it's done, stick a fork in it, boop. Jen asks, Brad Q&A, do you think Daryl and Carol could go off looking for Leah and Rick, and that could be the beginning of their spinoff, or of their spinoff? I think it's a good chance. I think that it's definitely a probability of having Leah be a focal point of the spinoff. If she doesn't come back in season 10C, which I don't think she will, I think season 11, there's a possibility that there's some inclination about her again, and that is a big thing for it. But I want to talk about the episode first before I talk about Leah too much. But the way she kind of left, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me with what it was, right? And it's kind of one of those things where they were supposed to start filming season 11. They were supposed to be going and then rolling right into it from season 10, episode 16 into season 11. And then maybe it was supposed to be longer or whatever they're going to do. But now we got these 6 extra episodes. Extra. Filler. Like, we're going to have deeper dives into these characters. And a lot of people, I can't say a lot of people, I just say, like, I know a lot of people in groups don't like these bottle episodes. They want to find out about Rick. They want to know about Michonne. They want to know about the Commonwealth. They want to know about, Daryl, Carol going forward. But I don't know. I just don't know where they're going with it. And the way we getting these 6 extra episodes, I think they had probably had enough for like 4 episodes, but then they stretched it to 6, like the Maggie return, the Commonwealth, the Negan story, and then it was like, oh, we could have Daryl. Throw a Daryl episode in there too, and then the episode 21 with Carol at Alexandria. We'll see how it goes, right? So, Wilson, my guy, I honestly feel the spinoff announcement was a big mistake by AMC. Anything Carol, Daryl do doesn't matter. They're safe. Exactly, right? I totally agree, Wilson, because we all know that Daryl and Carol are the face of the franchise, right? Since Rick went away and Michonne went away and Carl was killed off, and like Judith can carry it somewhat, but not all these characters can carry it too much. It's kind of like when Steve Carell left the office. It really wasn't the same. All these kind of other characters had to pick it up, and it worked, but it didn't work, and we watched it because we liked the show and liked the characters, but Michael Scott was the Office for a lot of the bits and a lot of the story, just like Rick was a big part of it, and Michonne was another big part of it and stuff. So I don't know, but I know that Daryl and Carol, but yeah, I totally agree that they dropped the ball because we don't have to worry about Daryl and Carol. Like when Leah has her shotgun pointed at Daryl, we know nothing's going to happen. When Carol's doing crazy stuff with the walkers and going over, nothing's going to happen because how can it? She's safe. She's going to be there too. But I agree. Adam says, we really didn't need a dog backstory. No, but it's nice to have. Like, it would have been cool to have, like, Daryl telling the story, like 15, 20 minutes of an episode. But I like to see, like, who doesn't love puppies and kittens? Some people love puppies. Some people love kittens. Some people love both. But, like, we were watching, my wife and I, we just finished watching The Stand on CBS All Access. And that's a good show. It's 9 episodes. It's got the dystopian apocalyptic feel. No zombies or anything like that, but there's a virus that takes over. And I don't want to give too much away, but if you like Stephen King, if you like the end of the world stuff, if you like James Marsden, if you like different people there too, it was good. But there's a dog in it. I'll just give you that. And something's kind of close to the dog and stuff. And my wife's like, oh no, not the dog, no. And like when you watch Game of Thrones, you're like, no, not the dragons, no, not Drogon, no. And then Shiva, you're like, no, not Shiva, no. You're like, right? So it's just one of those things that the dog backstory was cute. It was good for the episode. It's not that much of the episode. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's still pretty good. But Carol, I agree. I don't know why Leah would just have left dog, right? It just doesn't make sense. So was she taken? Was she traded? Was she captured? Did she leave in a hurry? Hopefully it's just answered. I just don't know. It's just one of those things where the audience is going to ask questions, and maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe it was poor writing. Maybe it just wasn't there. Maybe it was, just like season 7, episode 6 with the PPP card and Heath's glasses, and we haven't seen Heath since then, and we're still waiting about the PPP card, and we're worrying about the RV, and people don't know that he was traded, and people don't know it was this. It's just so many things that things weren't answered. And when you have so many moving parts and so many characters and so many things all over the place, it does mean like, okay, how can you cover all these different things with Carol, Daryl, Rick, Michonne, Carl, Sasha, Tyrese, all Glenn, Maggie, Hilltop, Kingdom, Ezekiel, how can you cover all these different things for all these different characters and make it work, all those different things, right? We have 16 episodes in a season, typically of The Walking Dead. Now it's going to be put down, and we still have all these characters. We have 6 episodes, but we're going to have deeper dives in it, and it's kind of cool that we have it. It's kind of great that we have these episodes, and again, these are extra, so they're not going to be usually the greatest things there too. So, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode overall. Season 10, episode 17, I thought was a good start. Some people hated that. Some people hated this episode. Some people like 17 better than 18. Some people like 18 better than 17. I don't think there's anything, that you can't please everybody. And I don't know. And then I saw a thing. Let me answer your questions here because John is going to probably spam the thing. Did little Herschel put a little tear on your eye when you saw him with Glenn's hat? No, I didn't get emotional. It was one of those like, oh, that's cute. That's a good little Easter egg callback, flashback to Glenn. And it's a cool thing. And I want to put that. I have a good photo of, the hat basically that represents Glenn. And I have a thing I want to put in the video. I just didn't know where to put it in there. But it was a nice touching moment for sure. Phil Coulson, do you think we see more saviors as Reapers in the next episodes? I don't know, Phil. That's a great question, theory, speculation, discussion, whatever you want to say. I think if they're going to do it, it kind of needs to come back around that there's still some other saviors out there. I would have liked to have seen the Reaper guy say something else besides Pope marked you, because it doesn't really connect with Negan and the Saviors. It just connects with Pope, who is, I'm guessing, the leader of the Reapers. Was there a Pope with the Saviors, the Sanctuary, one of the outposts? I don't know. I would like to see that. I like that theory. I have it in one of my videos that the Reaper guy was a former Savior that became a Reaper, and he came back to take vengeance on there too. Then if Negan is going to step up and stop the Reapers, it's because they still buy into the Negan Savior thing. So I like that too. So it's pretty cool. Alexander Romero, what's the format on this live chats now? Read the title, bro. The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 18. 10C discussion, spoiler warning. I'm going to talk about a bunch of different things. So if you ask questions, maybe I get to it, maybe I don't. I don't know. But we're just talking about a lot of different things and Walking Dead related. I want to talk about Fear the Walking Dead real fast because I believe they finished up Fear Season 6, the finale. It's interesting because Fear the Walking Dead, I thought was done because of the filming and when they were back filming and the things and everything there. But recently, Sherry posted a picture, Dwight posted a picture, well, the actors, Austin and Christina, posted pictures that I think they wrapped up filming. So they were back filming. I don't know if they had to shut down because of Texas, weather, COVID, precautions, whatever. So I think they're finally done. And that's pretty interesting because I thought the word was that they're going to start filming season 7 in March or April. I don't know if Alicia Debnam Carey is still in Australia, so she wasn't in the parts that needed to be redone or filmed for it. Maybe she gets taken away. Maybe something happens. I don't know. But ultimately, just about a month away on April 11th, so this week in a month, we'll be getting Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. Is it, 8 episodes, 9 episodes? I'm excited for it, and hopefully it's really good. But I know sometimes they have the idea that you have a first half and a second half, an A and a B. So season 6A and season 6B. Sometimes they don't match up. Sometimes they do. Sometimes there's a better part and a worse part. Sometimes the first part stinks and the second part's better. And, it's just kind of what The Walking Dead does. Not just Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead definitely does that. But, The Walking Dead does that as well. So, but I think they wrapped up season 6, the finale. So clearly Sherry and Dwight are in it. And I believe there was Wes and Luciana were filmed there too. So we'll see where it goes too. But Brian Plott says, I don't want The Walking Dead to ever end. LOL. 30 seasons. Well, there's more than just people want the show for it to happen, because there's definitely a thing that AMC is a business. You can buy AMC stock. They have AMC Studios. They have, it's a company. So the bottom line is they need to make money. They have stock shareholders. They have, president, vice president, administratives, all these people, council, whatever. So they have to be able to make gains and stuff. What does AMC really have besides the Walking Dead franchise? You have Better Call Saul, that I believe moved to 2022 because of the Walking Dead ending, and it's going to be pushed back to that. Is Breaking Bad still connected with that? Because you can watch it on Netflix, you can watch it in a bunch of different spots. I don't know of any other shows that are like, wow, that's really good. People talked about Nosferatu and the one with the Halt and Catch Fire. And, I think that one of the best things is, Better Call Saul, in my opinion, because it's connected with the Walking Dead or Breaking Bad franchise. And I don't know. But ultimately, we'll see how much longer it lasts. Tales of the Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. My other question, too, is, I'm going to get to talking about Season 10, Episode 18, is how can Fear the Walking Dead exist after The Walking Dead ends? And it looks like it's going to, because The Walking Dead is filming now for Season 11. The first part is going to be this summer. So is it 8 episodes, 12 episodes? I personally think it's 8 episodes. That'll be this summer. That'll go right into October. Then we'll get to 10 episodes of The World Beyond. And then in February, we'll get the second part of Walking Dead Season 11. Then maybe we get Fear, and then we get The Walking Dead ending, if they're going to stretch it out that way. Is it 8 episodes? Is it 3 8s, 2 12s for the final 24? We just don't know. Because how can The Walking Dead end and Fear the Walking Dead continues on with the story? I think a lot of people want Fear the Walking Dead to match up, connect some way, somehow with The Walking Dead. Whether it's the Daryl and Carol spinoff, whether it's the Rick movies, whether it's The Walking Dead, whether it's The World Beyond. I think a lot of people want that too. So, Jennifer Akers asked, Brian, I don't know if I missed this video or not. Did you see Season 11 starts this summer? Yeah, I have a whole video about it that it was huge news, and it was probably my second or third video that day. And so some people aren't getting notified when we post it. But when I get information, I want to share it with you guys. And it's this summer. So I don't know if it's June, July, or August. My hunch is that it's going to be late July, if not early August, is when it's going to probably be. I just think it just fits better with that, because if you have The Walking Dead goes into April, and then Fear the Walking Dead is April, May, maybe early June, the first week of June, then I don't know if we're going to have a month off and then The Walking Dead. I don't know what their plan is for Comic-Con in July. I know it's going to be virtual again, but I don't know what The Walking Dead stuff is, or we're going to get a trailer for then. But if it is, that's July. Usually it's, if it's a July trailer, The Walking Dead comes out in October typically. But now, if it's a summer Walking Dead, they're probably going to be out 1 to 2 months earlier, because if it's July, August, September, October, you're talking about 3 months early for Comic-Con trailer typically. And if The Walking Dead is coming out in August, that you're going to want it to be July, June, May, so we can get a trailer in May, most likely then, for The Walking Dead Season 11. They're filming right now. Well, not right now. They're filming during the week. They've been filming now for probably about a month. Now, this week will probably make a month, 4 weeks. And if they're taking 2 weeks per episode, you got to take 4 months to get a lot of episodes done, and then maybe take a break and whatever. But, we'll see. We'll see how it goes too. So Sky 2010 says, Ride with Norman Reedus is great. Yeah, it's okay. It's a decent show. I believe that comes back tonight as well. So you have The Walking Dead, Talking Dead, and then maybe it's Walking Dead, Talking Dead, Walking Dead again, and then Ride with Norman Reedus, I think is typically how they do it. But it's Josh Brolin on with Norman Reedus. I believe they're in New Zealand. And for those who don't know, Josh Brolin played Thanos in the Walking Dead, the Marvel Avengers. He was also in Goonies and a bunch of other things, but Josh Brolin is on there, I think, too. So John Wilder asks, Q&A, do you think Negan will befriend Little Herschel? I don't know. He might want to become friends with Little Herschel, and then Maggie's like, get out of here. Get away from my boy. You lucky I don't. Get out of here. Get away. Right? You see Maggie becoming Mama Bear, And so I don't know. I think Negan's just going to stay away. And it's Cable and Deadpool. Sorry, yeah, Josh Brolin and Cable. So he's Cable and Thanos, two pretty big stuff for Josh Brolin too. Yeah. But so let's talk about season 10, episode 18. It's a bottle episode. Doesn't really progress the story at all. It reminds me a lot of just different bottle episodes. Like I would say season 7, episode 6, where Tara finds Channelside. It just kind of reminds me a little bit about that because it's kind of contained in it. And you see the idea with Daryl and Carol talking. They have their little funny back and forth. I like the opening with Dog running towards you. And he's running and then he like slides and stops. And then Daryl puts the spear on his bike and attaches his crossbow and everything. And then he tries to start his bike and it's not working. Carol comes to talk to him and they're going to go here, go there. And it's kind of just what Carol and Daryl do. Then they're fishing and Daryl's, say, here, you want to try? And then Daryl doesn't think Carol's going to catch a fish, but she does. And that bothers Daryl because Daryl wants to be left alone, but then Carol doesn't want to do that. So, it's just kind of funny. They're back and forth, and that happens a couple times in the episode too. So, sorry, Milton. Hey, Bri, do you think we will see Virginia and Dakota standalone episode in Fear Season 6? I don't think so, personally. I mean, we might in the second half of Season 6 because I don't know where it's going to stand with Dakota, Virginia, Sherry's group, Morgan, Strand, John. It's just what's going to happen with that. And who's the guy that, she sees, so that Alicia sees in the one trailer. And I don't know. I just don't know where they're going to go with it. But I could see possibly them doing something like that because if we have 8 or 9 episodes, probably, I think it's 9 episodes is what people are saying, that what are they going to fill for 9 episodes? I mean, it's a lot of content for Sherry's group, and then the dam, and then Strand, and they go to the dam, and then what's going to happen with Virginia, and then does Lawton fall, and it's just so many questions. We're just not sure. Noah Logs GSWV, hey. But so let's get back to season 10, episode 18. So then we see Dog, Carol, and Daryl, and they're cleaning out the fishes, the fish that they caught, and Carol's like gives this face. And Daryl's like, yeah, just cut closer to the bone. And Daryl doesn't like how Carol's doing it. And Carol's like, I know how to clean a fish. You just do it, all right? Just do it already. Right? So Carol and Daryl are talking. A storm's coming. They do this. And then Dog just takes off. He's like, woo! And he just hauls butt out of the woods. And so he takes off. Carol and Daryl run after Dog. Dog leads them right to a cabin. And it's kind of hard to believe that Daryl doesn't know where he is somewhat because Daryl is the ultimate tracker. Daryl is the man that knows his surroundings better than anybody and whatever. So maybe he's been off his game because Rick went away in the situation and maybe he's just, there. But Daryl, Carol, they go to the cabin. Daryl knows the cabin instantly. Dog knows the cabin instantly. They go inside, Dog's, scratching at a floorboard. They take up the thing. Carol finds, the box that's in there. There's like food, rations, and a note that we find out later that Daryl wrote that for Leah. And it's still in there. So Leah never came back to the cabin. But it jumps to present day with Carol and Daryl in the cabin. And then Daryl being away, 5 years ago. So he's by himself and he's just, trying to find Rick. And he's checking the water and checking this and checking the spot. And he has his little shack that he made. I don't even call it a shack. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad thing. It's not, you shouldn't live in a place like that. Right? So he goes and he's looking around and he ends up finding Dog, who takes Leah, who takes Dog. Dog's in the road. And Daryl gets taken by Dog to the cabin. I guess he's trying to get help because the walkers get inside the cabin. And Daryl goes inside, kills a walker. Leah comes in, hits Daryl with a leg or something, like a walker leg or something, points her shotgun, and Daryl's like, whoa. And then Daryl gets taken prisoner. Leah, ties him up, and they have their little conversation. And then Daryl ends up being freed and let go because we knew that Daryl was going to be fine. But Leah lets Daryl go. So then he goes, and then there's another like flashback of a different time. And Daryl's still walking around, and he's, having tough times, and he's made this awesome map of all the places he's found. Then a storm comes and ruins the map, and Daryl gets pissed off, and he yells, and he screams, and he's like, it's just frustration. It's just everything. He's just not, because Rick's not going to be found. He's never going to find Rick. Rick's gone. We know that Rick's on a helicopter. So Daryl is wasting his time looking for Rick, but he's looking for Rick, right? Then we see Carol and Daryl talking on opposite sides of the river. There's a clear divide between them. It's symbolic for sure. So she talks about, Michonne, it was this, and Rick, since Rick's been gone away, and Maggie went away with Georgie, and kind of you get the update of where they're at in the timeline, and they're trying to, figure out what's going on with this, and Daryl's like, give her time. And Daryl basically is trying to go out and find Rick and just be away from stuff, and he probably feels bad for what happened, and he probably feels something like he's to blame, and Carol is being there for him, but not really. She's checking on him because got to check that Daryl's okay. But ultimately, she's like, just come back. Like, what are you doing out here? What are you wasting your time? And Daryl's like, look, I'm going to be out here for as long as it takes. I'm going to keep looking at him. And then she throws him a bag of supplies or whatever, and that's just one other time jump for that. Or I guess not time jump. I guess time backwards. Time jump back. So then Daryl's out and about, and there's this cute little dog that comes running towards Daryl, and it's a young dog. It's Puppy, I guess, right? Puppy dog. Daryl picks him up, and the dog's licking his face, and it's just really cute, and it's a nice thing. You could tell Norman Reedus like smiles because the dog licks his face. He's like, the wet kisses on there, and it's cute, super cute. And then the dog runs away, and he's like, all right, okay. And time and time again, Daryl sees Leah. They talk, they don't. Like, you see it back and forth. You see the back and forth with them. And you see that Leah wants to get to know Daryl, and Daryl wants to get to know Leah, but they're insecure. You just see them being like, they're not good with relationships, or they're scared, or they're afraid of being, put down, or, just not working out between them. And, it's just being rejected. But like, this is the zombie apocalypse. Like, come on, slim pickings over here, right? And also, they're both attractive. So, I mean, why not have it work, whatever. Like, what if Daryl finds like an Uggo? Like, I'm not trying to be, politically incorrect, but what if it's like the most attractive person ever? It's still a zombie apocalypse, man, whatever, right? But Lynn Collins, Leah is beautiful, and Daryl is, Daryl. So, it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, it worked out. They're talking, and they're trying to be there for it. Daryl is in the woods. He's trying to get firewood, and Leah comes and saves him. They go behind a tree. It's a very Carl Enid moment. It's obviously a callback to that. And Leah and Daryl just go their separate ways again. Like, they're trying to make an effort, but they're not. And then Daryl, he gets a fish. He catches a fish, and then he throws it. Or he's like standing by the door, and he throws the fish pretty far away, and then boom, and hits the door. And then he waits there like, all right, I threw the fish. Come on out, right? It reminds me a lot of like cavemen, cave people. Like, they don't know how to do this. Like, it's like a ritual that's weird. It's just, Daryl doesn't know what he's doing. It's just funny, right? And then so he goes back to his camp, and he's living outside, and it's cold, so he's like getting warm by the fire, and then he gets hit by the same fish. You see it. I have it in my review. Like, it's pretty great. So check out the video later tonight. But I break it down pretty good for you with some good photos. And so then he's like, she says, I can catch my own fish. He's like, all right, good. Okay, great. And she walks away, but stops. Like, one of those things, like in a relationship, it reminds me kind of like high school, where they're like, okay, if you walk out that door, it's over. And then she's like walking, and they want the person to stop you. It's kind of like games to play there too. And then Daryl I thought you were leaving. I am. I get it, right? And so like they want to get to know each other, but you just see it as like, it just reminds me a lot of high school. So either way, he's got frost nip, and I guess is a precursor to frostbite because he's living outside. He's got a pretty poor shelter. So she brings him in, and he sleeps. They don't really have a bed in the cabin. I don't really see a bed in the cabin at all. But either way, he's sleeping on the floor, and they get to know each other a little bit. And also, you get to see that he gets cut on his cheek, because we never saw who cut his forehead and his cheek. We never got to see that. And we still don't get to see that. We see the aftermath of it. We see it's kind of like red and it happened recently, but we don't know who it was. Dog comes by and Daryl takes him back to meet Leah. And she says, like, oh, what happened? Or hate to see the other guy or something, like a line like that. So if it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I kind of want to know what happened to Daryl for it. I don't know. It's just one of those things I'm like, man, I want to find out how that happened, and I guess we won't. If we didn't see it in this episode, it probably won't. But either way, Daryl is in there staying with Leah, and it's a full moon, and I guess they emphasize that Leah's keeping track of the days and keeping track of things, and I don't know if it's a callback to a different episode, but it'll be my Easter egg videos for sure. But I think that Leah confides in Daryl about Matthew, her son that wasn't her son. She had a sister that wasn't her sister, but she called her sister. It reminds me of Daryl a lot. Daryl wasn't, brothers with Rick, but calls him his brother. He actually calls him his brother in the episode, and it's a nice little moment. And there's nice little moments in the episode. It's not like, wow, there's nothing that happens in here. It was so stupid. This was so dumb. Nothing happened in this episode. Like, some stuff happens, just not enough happens for a lot of people. And Daryl kills some walkers and whatever. And there's some walkers in it. There's some stuff. It's not like there's nothing that happens, but it's just not for everybody. But you find out about Leah and her son. That wasn't her son, but she called him her son Matthew. He was bit, and Dog's mother was pregnant with Dog, but we never see Dog's mother. We see Dog. So was there more puppies? Was there not? Like, what happened with the mom? I mean, was she bit, I guess, too? So I'm just not sure. I don't know. So we get to find out, a little bit more about stuff there. But you see the bond with Leah and Daryl, and they're kind of like very similar. Leah, Daryl, broken homes, were part of a group, confided in other people that were there too. So Rob K says, I thought Daryl was referring to Merle at first when he said brother. Yeah, I mean, you would think like, oh, I lost my brother Merle. But then he says like it was an accident. He never found the body. So, and we know that Daryl definitely found the body of Merle. So he was talking about Rick, and that's who he's been out there looking for. And then you kind of find out, what we already know, that Daryl feels responsible for stuff, and Leah definitely sees Daryl as like he's always the hero. He's always got to do big things. He's always got to help out. He's always got to do, he's always got to be the guy. And he does. When in doubt, give it to Daryl. Daryl is what it is. But Daryl and Leah start to, hang around each other more. They're living in the cabin. They're hanging out. They're looking at the solar eclipse, and they're, whatever. And then it's very subtle that they were together, right? Because she's like looking at the fire. She looks back. They hold hands. It goes blurry, and then that's it. And then they're at the table, and she's mad at him. And it's like 6 months later, so 3 months later. There's like another time jump, right? So the question is, why didn't Leah just go with Daryl? Or why didn't Daryl just go there and be like, I'll be back? Why was it a big thing? Because they're sitting at the table. Leah's really mad at Daryl because Daryl's going to go farther away to go look for Rick. They got a lot of food on the table. They got a big thing of corn. They got some mashed potatoes or something. They got a nice little spread there. I was like, man, they're making me hungry with this food they're doing well for them. They got a good thing going. So I don't know why Daryl couldn't stay with her and work out. And it just didn't really make sense. But we know that she wasn't around after the stuff, so they had to have her go away. So it was kind of like fill in the blanks and fill in the spots after the fact It's like you can't put the stuff back in the jar once you opened it. It's like, how are we going to do this now? We already got to this point. How can we backtrack a little bit, right? So Daryl and Leah kind of have a fight, and Daryl leaves. And he's checking off things on the map, and he's just trying to find Rick. He's still trying to find Rick after all this time. Years and months go by. And then he talks with Carol at his camp, and Carol's like, I'm going to go stay at the kingdom now, and Henry and, Ezekiel and everything. So that wasn't an option for Daryl to be with Carol. She was with Ezekiel and stuff, was working there. So people need to get over the fact that Carol and Daryl weren't together, and Daryl was with Leah. So, and I think Lynn Collins did a great job for the role in the episode that she had. It was a really good character, and she'll actually be on Talking Dead tonight. Melissa McBride, Lynn Collins, and the writer, I believe, of this episode, she'll be on those. So it'll be Chris Hardwick and 3 women on the Talking Dead tonight. And I think there's already a Talking Dead sneak peek going around with Father Gabriel and Maze. So you can definitely check that on YouTube. It's going around all over the place. But so then Daryl goes away, and Leah basically gives him an ultimatum before he goes, like, why don't you stay here with me? Why don't you do this? You're choosing to go look for your friend, your brother, that over your people back home. You're choosing him over other people. He leaves, he goes check everything's out, and then he decides to go back to the cabin. I don't know how much time has passed, days, weeks, months, but Daryl goes back to the cabin. The picture of Matthew and Leah is gone. The frame is broken. I think it was a new frame. So that was broken. The spot underneath in the floorboards, that was open. Stuff was kind of tossed around a little bit. So it looks like there was kind of a struggle. And I lost the connection, but hopefully it's coming back. And hopefully, I don't know. I think we're coming back. Yeah, I think we're good. But so Daryl comes back to the cabin, and Leah's not there. Dog, I guess, was outside or whatever. Dog is there, but Leah's not. That Daryl writes a note and says, I belong to you, find me, and he shows where the camp is and shows where that, puts that in there, and she never comes back for it. So we don't know what happened to Leah. And if we don't know what happened to her, we never saw her die, she's out there somewhere, right? So she could be involved with another episode in 10C, season 11, or the spinoff. I would think it would connect with the spinoff, because what are they going to have Daryl and Carol do? And Daryl and Carol were connected with Leah in this episode, so this could have been the episode. If it doesn't connect with Leah again, it's pretty much a wasted episode. Kind of like Daryl, Michonne, the X-Scars, Winnie, Jocelyn. Kind of a wasted episode, right? It kind of just answered a question, but didn't really set too much stuff up. One of those things, too. So I know that the episode is only 3 people and dog and some walkers. And it's kind of slower. But then at the end of the episode, it's Daryl and Carol talking in the cabin, present day, Leah's cabin in present day. And Daryl and Carol have an argument and a fight. And they it ends with Daryl looking on, and the camera pans away. And that's it. That's how it ends. So I would assume that Daryl goes back to Alexandria or something, and then Carol goes her separate way, and Daryl and Carol kind of have an argument, and Carol's going to go kill the walkers and then go back to Alexandria, and they don't really talk for a little bit, but we'll see where they're at in season 11. But they kind of do their thing with Daryl and Carol have an argument. They get over it. They come back. But it's kind of like in season 10, episode 16, Daryl and Carol hugged in the woods. So I thought they were pretty good. So I don't know where they kind of got this riff from, because they really didn't have a problem. I don't really see it. There was really a problem in season 10, episode 17. Was it really anything to really drive a problem? I don't know. Was it Maggie and Hilltop and Negan? I don't know. It just seemed a little forced while they're kind of having an argument in it too. So Milton, I think you asked this several times, Milton. Do you ever think we'll see Proctor John again? I don't think so. Maybe. It's just, again, with Fear the Walking Dead, that show has been all over the place. They brought in characters for an episode, never saw them again. Brought in characters for half a season, never saw them again. Brought in characters for a couple episodes and half a season, never saw them again too. So we'll have to see where it is too. So I don't know what's going on here, but when I was talking about the episode, a lot of people were talking about, some serious stuff here, I guess. But hopefully we're just having a good time talking about The Walking Dead, fun discussion and stuff. I don't know. Some people get stuff kind of, I don't know. But hopefully we're okay. Everybody's doing okay in the chat and also in life too with, jobs and health and wealth and finance and everything as well. Hopefully we're doing okay. But The Walking Dead season 10 episode 18 is tonight. Next week is season 10 episode 19. It'll be Father Gabriel, Aaron, and Maze, and probably some walkers. So again, we may have had the idea of the first episode. I still can't believe that we had so many actors, so many characters, right? I mean, we had Judith, Maggie, Nabila, Lydia, Negan, Daryl, Carol, Elijah, Cole, several other Maggie people in it that died off. The Reaper, Kelly. I mean, we're coming up on like 15 people, right? I mean, that's a lot of people in an episode that was filmed during a pandemic. Then we get this episode, and we got 3 people. A couple walkers and a dog. Next week's episode looks like it's probably going to be Father Gabriel, Aaron, some walkers, and Maze. And then we'll see where that goes with it too. So, John, if I watch Fear, should I start watching from the beginning or when Morgan joined? I mean, if you can watch it from the beginning, I would watch it from the beginning. I mean, I would never start a series and be like, I'm going to start on season 4 of it. I mean, I think you should watch the series from the beginning, because if you watch it from the beginning, curious to know if you think it'll be good from the beginning. Some people thought the first 3 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead are better than now. Some people thought season 3 is the best season. Some people think season 6 is the best season. Some people like season 4 and 5. Some people love every episode. And it's interesting when there's people that like everything. There's people that love The Walking Dead regardless. They love every character. They love every episode. They love every story. They love everything. I love everything. I love this. I love every character, every story, everything. There's no bad episodes. Everything is great. Then you have the other end, and the other end of the spectrum. This show sucks. It hasn't been good forever. I hate this. I hate that. No. This story sucks. Rick is gone. I haven't watched this show in forever. There. So you have both ends of the spectrum. All love, all hate. Then you have everything in between, where people love the show, hate the show, realistic with the show, love Carol, love Daryl, hate this, hate that. It's just all over the place. And people just, online, it's all over, right? And it's a fun discussion. Some topics are hilarious. Some people just have such opinionated views that they're like, nope, if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. But at the end of the day, if you're part of the Walking Dead community and you're being a big part of it and you're joining in on discussions and you're treating people with, respect, it's all good. We can have a fun, mutual conversation that can disagree. But it's when people got to be like, get so mad about everything where they're crazy, right? And it's like when you post a topic about a character and this and that, it's just some people are so adamant about it too. It's just crazy. And that's all right. That's what the internet's all about. And I've been watching a couple of different things recently. I watched different things on YouTube about different YouTube channels, that the rise and the fall of the channel, and they were doing really well, and this happened and that happened, and you see what people did and how people are, and just where people are. And it's kind of refreshing sometimes that a lot of people are dealing with the same things that I am. Some people have way more success and they're still dealing with the same stuff that I am. So it's like, it is what it is. But recently, my wife and I said we watched The Stand. If you ever get a chance to watch The Stand, it's definitely something that you should check out. It's a pretty good, apocalyptic dystopian universe thing. Diana says, I'm going to say bye for now. Brad, great as usual. Text y'all again. See you, Diana. Have a good one. If you didn't see the episode, enjoy it tonight. If you have, hopefully you'll watch it on a replay. And if not, enjoy next week's episode, season 10, episode 19. Also, the Talking Dead tonight and their live stream for next Sunday. Jackie says, hey, Brian. Oh, Jackie wrote a message, but hopefully I'm excited for you to get the magnets, Jackie. They went out Friday, so I put them in some good stuff, and hopefully you'll get them. I don't know how long it takes for mailing something in the post office, if it's 4 or 5 days, but they're coming from Florida. So if they're going, across the country or whatever, it's just one of those things too. So, but my wife and I watched a bunch of different things recently. We watched Coming to America. It's the Coming to America sequel. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's okay. It's a decent movie. The first one is great. The first one is superior than this one, of course. They do a nice thing connecting the dots. Eddie Murphy's great. The cast is great. I just think the person they cast as the main guy in it could have been a little different or a little better. But you can see when they film certain stuff, they filmed at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. That's where The Kingdom was filmed. And you can see some of the spots where they filmed some scenes from where they filmed The Kingdom. And it was pretty. It was funny. There were some good funny moments. And I just thought it was pretty good for a movie that was long overdue. But I love Tracy Morgan in it, and I thought the new people they brought in were really good, and I'm glad they brought back the same people they could. It was interesting too. And also, my wife and I watched Raya and the Last Dragon. It's a Disney movie, and it's pretty good. It's got a couple actors that are well known, and it's the Disney story of dragons and magic and this place. And it's a good Disney movie overall. And we just watched it on a whim, and it's pretty good for an hour and 40 minutes, whatever it take. It was good stuff. And also the episode tonight of The Walking Dead is 43 minutes, I believe, total runtime. That it'll be so it'll probably be right about an hour on television, because I think typically they like to have about 20 minutes of commercials, and if it's 43 minutes, it'll probably be an hour and 3 minutes then, or just about that on TV for it. But overall, it's 43 minutes for that. And we're watching a bunch of different things still. Walking Dead's going strong for a little bit. Then we'll have Fear the Walking Dead. There's a lot of great stuff coming out. My wife and I watched WandaVision. I don't want to open up that can of worms, but the WandaVision finale was on Friday. I don't think we're getting a season 2 of that. I think WandaVision is going to go right into some of the movies, the characters that were there. And then also, if anybody watched The Stand on CBS, does anybody know if it's going to be a season 2 on there? Because the way it ended, there could be a season 2, but I don't think there is. I could see that it not being a season 2, but I thought The Stand was pretty good for sure. Where'd you write Jackie on there? Let me see. Yeah. So I'm excited for you to get the magnets as well. Let me know when you get them. Hopefully next live stream you would have gotten them, because like I said, I mailed them out Friday, so they probably got moving on Saturday. The mail moves on Sunday, so I'm hoping maybe 4 or 5 days. So hopefully you'll be able to get it this week for sure too. So Rob Case says, I watched Raya and the Last Dragon last night. It was really good. I thought it was good as well. I thought that what's her name? Awkwafina. I always think I'm not going to like Awkwafina, but I think she does a good job in the stuff. Like when she was in Jumanji, she was funny. When she was in Raya on there, she was funny. In Crazy Rich Asians, I thought that was a good movie too, and I've always liked her. I thought it was good. I'm like, I don't know, but she does a good job for sure. Laura asks, you think the next time we're going to see Leah, she'll have a little Daryl running around, little ass kicker 2.0? Maybe, right? Like, are they going to do that? Are they going to have, that's like pretty soap opera-ish, if anything, right? It's like someone's in a coma and they wake up, or this one's cheating on this one, or this one's having an affair with that one. I don't really watch soap operas, but we kind of know the general feel what happens there, right, too. So If they do it, they could have a little Daryl. So they have Leah. But where did Leah go? Did she go to the campus colony? Was she taken by the Civic Republic? Was she traded? Was she be at the Commonwealth? Was she? I don't know, right? I really don't know what's going to happen with that character, and I really hope she wasn't just. I don't know. So, Jeannie says, idea for a magnet: be the change. Yeah, I thought about doing more motivational ones or inspirational ones on there too, but we're doing more fighter stuff. I'm taking a break from making some magnets because I got a nice blood blister on my finger from sanding down some of the boards. And I'm going to take a break, let it heal up a little bit, and then I'll be back to making them this week. Wilson asks, did you hear that Rosita is going to feature heavily in season 11? I saw a thing about that they're, if it's in the first or second episode, they're going to feature Rosita. I don't know. It was one of those things where I couldn't really get the feel of it, that Angela Kang said something about groups of people and women and packs and groups and this, and Rosita's going to be heavily shown in that. So is she going to be leading someone? Because Michonne's gone, Rick's gone. I don't know when Eugene, Princess, Yumiko, and Ezekiel are coming back, but I would assume they're coming back to the community, Alexandria, but I don't know who's going to lead groups and why they're going to lead. What's the big group out there? Are the Reapers going to really make it into season 11? Because the Commonwealth isn't a bad group. They have their own community. They have their supplies. They have their stuff. They have Mercer. They have their military. To me, it's a better Alexandria. That's what I always said the Commonwealth is. They got bigger, more land, more supplies, more people, just more everything. Just times Alexandria by 1,000, and that's, the Commonwealth. Does the Civic Republic come back around, or is it the Reapers? Is that the big setup for it? Who is this group that Rosita and everybody are there? I don't know. So it's just crazy, right? So, Megan says, Bri, thanks for the Fight for Us decal going on my truck back window. Black Ford Raptor in Arizona. Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope the sticker was in good shape. I know it kind of fit in the thing, but because some of the things were, I don't know what the post office does. Some of this stuff was a good thing with, the magnets were in pretty good spots, and there was this, and then one of them came off the position that I put it in because I tape it to a thing so it doesn't slide around, and hopefully the sticker was good, but you're welcome, Negan one, for the sticker. I thought it was pretty good. Sorry, Lindsay, she says, Bri, where do we order the magnets? It's the best thing right now is, Lindsay, is through the Instagram, Facebook messaging. So basically what happens is you let me know which magnets you like, or take a screenshot of the post that I have and let me know which ones, and then I'll take a picture and we'll communicate which ones you like. So, excuse me. The picture, or let me know which magnets you want in there. I process the payments are through PayPal. So you let me know which ones. I give you a price. You send the payment through PayPal. You give me the address that you want. I'll put it in the envelope and I'll mail it out. And then hopefully, and like I said, in 4 to 5 days, it gets to you on there too. But it's basically, let me know. We work on a price. PayPal, done. And we've had some pretty good orders. I'm trying to get more stuff and more designs on it and to promote it on there. But if you're following me on Instagram, it's at the PT channel. On Facebook, it's at the PT channel, TWD community page group. But you just send me a message that way, and we get it in there too. So PayPal is the best way. Jen, PayPal is the safest way for me and for the buyer, just because it safeguards everything on there too. It's Jackie says it's so easy peasy to order them. Yeah, if we just have communication, I get a message, I reply right away, and then we try to work on something there. Some people have ordered magnets, and then I'm like, all right, it's through PayPal, it's this much, and then they say, I'll send you the money, and then they never continue with the order. And then a couple of days go by and I'm like, you still want these magnets? And then they don't get back to me. So I don't know if they wanted them, they didn't want them, they're trolling, they're this, I don't know. But when you want the magnets, I send you a picture of what it is. We make sure it's the right ones and everybody's happy with that. Put them in an envelope. You send me the PayPal payment. You tell me where to send them. I get the postage and everything there. And then boom, they come to you there too. So Jen says, Bri, they are awesome. I'm just waiting on my check, and then I got 3 or 4 I want. Yeah, just let me know, Jen. I got a bunch of them there too. I can always make more. I got some templates, so I can make some stuff there as well. I know a lot of people like the I Am Negan ones. They like the different stuff there. The I Heart Sonoys, I have a couple of different designs there with the white paint. And it's just tough because if I put too much paint on it, I can't get the lettering on right, and it's kind of a hassle as well too. So Lindsay says, Bri, that's how it is. Been selling crafts for years online. It's a mess. Yeah, I mean, I thought about having like an Etsy store or something like that too, but then they're going to take a percentage of it. And if you do on eBay, it's another percentage and stuff there too. So yeah, I mean, it just comes down to it where people want to buy some. I think people want to buy stuff, but then they get, back out on there too. So yeah, Jen, if you want a purple fighter or 2 of them or whatever, just let me know, and then I'll just start making a couple. I want to make more of those anyway, but I got to let my finger rest because it's got a pretty nice blood blister that needs to heal on there. So thank you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do big things no matter what you do. It takes time, hard work, and effort. Thank you, guys. I'll be back next Sunday. If you haven't seen the episode, enjoy tonight. Talking Dead, I'll be back next Sunday for talking about the Walking Dead episode. We'll talk about 10:18, 10:19, whatever you want to talk about next week. Thank you, guys.